Coming up on This Week in Torrance, first responders and those who tend to emergencies on the highway are remembered with a special ceremony. Then a top-notch cancer care facility opens in Torrance. We will tell you what services will now be available locally. Plus, a popular donut destination announces plans to expand to the city. And tracking your workout just got easier thanks to a new fitness center. We'll tell you all about it coming up. These stories and much more just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Jin Chun, my co-anchor, has the week off. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. At the recent City Council meeting, members spent more than 2 hours deciding the future fate of violations for street sweeping. City Council members agreed unanimously for city staff to return with an ordinance to separate street sweeping tickets from other parking tickets. Various other motions were proposed during the meeting. A motion to reduce street sweeping fines from $43 to $25 failed. Staff will also return in 60 days with potential options for enforcement of street sweeping parking violations, the GPS notification update, and evaluation of small and one-sided streets that limits residents' ability to find parking in the neighborhood. Councilman Mike Griffiths asked for more statistics so members could make a better decision on this topic. Also under Community Matters, a young group of Torrance athletes were honored for their competitive work in the field. The Torrance American Baseball Pony League 7 and younger all-star baseball team were recognized at the recent City Council meeting. Coaches and players in their uniforms came to accept the proclamation. The team is also the 2018 West Region Pinto District champions and were Pony World Series semifinalists. Out of 60 teams in Southern California, they came in third overall.
This team is relentless. They are the believers of the process of hard work and commitment. They have given 2 months of their lives to strictly baseball from parents, bringing them to all the 3-hour practices and all the boys staying focused throughout our journey.
Torrance American Baseball focuses on baseball skills, sportsmanship, and knowledge of the game for players. In the Pinto division, players are introduced to pitching and play at least one game per week. For more information on the various leagues they offer, go to tabbpony.com. A festival celebrating the world of art in the South Bay grew bigger and better this year. During the recent City Council meeting, the Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation shared the success of its South Bay Festival of the Arts this year. The report shared there was an increase in attendance, up to 3,500 people compared to 3,000 in 2017. The festival this year had many more components, such as Torrance City art instructors showing off the Torrance Cultural Arts Center and all the city has to offer. There was the Enchanted Garden, a place where families can take photos and have quiet time. Food tickets increased because there were more food options. The South Bay Festival of the Arts is a way to not only raise funds for the foundation, but to offer the community a diverse arts experience. The festival this year brought in $23,000 more than in 2017. Governor Jerry Brown passed a bill that will save thousands of kittens and puppies across the state. Assemblyman Al Muratsuchi's bill, AB 2791, was signed into law recently, sponsored by the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. It will allow stray, motherless kittens and puppies less than 8 weeks of age to be immediately released from the shelter to rescue groups rather than stay at the shelter for 3 days, which is the current requirement by law. The release of the animals is meant to ensure their health and survival, as unweaned kittens and puppies are more vulnerable to disease at the shelter and are at a high risk for euthanasia. The current law requires a stray cat to be held for owner redemption for 3 days before making them available for adoption. It allows for immediate euthanasia of any unweaned stray kittens that are impounded in a public shelter without their mother. A traveling tour makes a stop at Wilson Park to spread awareness about how following the law could save lives of workers and first responders on the highway. Torrance CitiCABLE reporter Hibas Ahmed has more on the stop made in Torrance.
The early evening rain, even in the blackest night, they went out again.
It was a somber moment.
On December 8th, 1974, my dad,
especially for Torrance Police Service Officer John Newman, who was overwhelmed with emotions remembering his father.
my father, only knowing him for 5 years of my life, was a very strong man, very loving man. So it brought up some memories and things like him never getting to walk my sister down the aisle, or never seeing me play sports, or even worse yet, never even meeting my younger brother. My mom was pregnant with my little brother when my dad was killed, so he never got to meet him. And that's something that's kind of haunted me over the years.
Newman's father, John Charles Newman, was just 37 years old when he was killed by a driver while responding to a call. An all too familiar story for first responders and tow truck drivers who gathered at this ceremonial procession to remember the ones who gave the ultimate sacrifice, keeping the highway safe.
I had my back turned and I felt something push me. And next thing I knew, I was on the ground. I could hear somebody yelling. I couldn't feel my leg.
Please, please, slow down. Move over. If it's possible, change lanes. Because we all want to go home at the end of our shift.
A message the Spirit Ride traveling campaign is trying to spread, while also reminding drivers of the law to slow down, move over. Invited by Torrance-based towing company Van Lingen, it's the first year the tour has stopped in Southern California.
Bring the danger into reality, where there's traffic going by you. You do need to pay attention.
Each year, nearly 100 first responders are killed working alongside the roads, with 60% of these types of accidents also taking the lives of tow truck drivers.
Even though there's nothing in the casket, no person, the spirits of those that have fallen are in the casket.
Representing a moment in time that cannot be taken back.
The casket, draped in the American colors, represents sacrifice and also the loss to families. But the message is more than just following the law. Corbin says people should also respect the emergency lights when they see them. As this ceremonial casket heads towards the 405 freeway, it continues on its journey. And by the end of the year, it will travel through more than 300 cities. And Newman says he's grateful for the Spirit Ride and its mission, hoping it'll save more lives so no one has to experience loss like his own.
And it's just sad that the actions of one person can change so many lives in a blink of an eye.
Sacrifice it all. God bless our fallen father.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Hiba Samad.
Thanks, Hiba. The Move Over law was amended in 2009 to add Caltrans cars displaying flashing amber warning lights. Last year, the Spirit Ride visited more than 146 cities. To learn more about the campaign, go to @spiritride.com. Southern California Gas Company announced it has completed a $100 million project throughout the South Bay. SoCal Gas's 5-year project to modernize 13 miles of 3 high-pressure natural gas pipelines to enhance safety and reliability for nearly 375,000 residential and commercial gas customers is done. Senior Director of the Safety Enhancement Plan says the natural gas system pipelines are the arteries that keep affordable and clean energy flowing across the communities. The areas include Torrance, Redondo Beach, and Hawthorne, to name just a few. The pipeline replacement project is part of SoCal Gas's Pipeline Safety Enhancement Plan, which is a multi-billion-dollar program that tests and updates the natural gas pipeline infrastructure in Southern California. They also upgraded 20 valves along the project's route. SoCal Gas invests in modernizing its natural gas system to deliver reliable energy while keeping bills affordable for customers. From 2011 to 2016, the company invested nearly $6 billion to upgrade and modernize its natural gas system and had the second lowest average bills in the nation among gas utilities. Still ahead, an annual fundraiser raises thousands for a local hospital. Plus, business owners are encouraged to participate in mentoring young students. We'll tell you how. We'll be back in just a minute. Don't go away.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
It was a bittersweet gathering as tears of joy and sadness filled the room at the Toyota Meeting Hall as exchange students from Kashiwa, Japan said goodbye.
You have brought so much joy into our lives. Please never forget how special you are and how much you mean to us.
It was hard to hold back the tears as each host family had the chance to share their favorite memories at the Sayonara banquet, a farewell meeting that brought exchange students from Japan and Torrance students together. The exchange program allows for students to learn about one another's culture and educational experiences with students and families, while also promoting friendship between the two sister cities. During their 2-week stay here, Kashiwa students traveled throughout Torrance from the King's Hawaiian Bakery to city departments. They also learned how to square dance. The group also traveled to various landmarks in Los Angeles, including California Adventure and dining out at In-N-Out.
Impressive is the hospitality of the Torrance people. We have 45 years history. I realize the older people try too hard to connect and continue our friendship.
The people in Kashiwa are just so kind and we're so welcoming, and I'm a history teacher, so my favorite was going to all the historical sites in Japan.
This October, Torrance City Council members and a local delegate will also get to experience what it's like to visit Kashiwa, Japan. This trip happens every 5 years. Councilman Mike Griffiths is looking forward to experiencing the different culture and way of life. The Kashiwa Exchange Student Program is part of the Torrance Sister City Association that promotes friendship, goodwill, and understanding between the two cities.
The people that work here who are Japanese feel more comfortable and give our students who've never been to Japan the opportunity to go and learn about the culture of Japan that many of the people that work here are familiar with.
To learn more, go to torrancesistercity.org. An annual celebration comes back to Torrance for a beautiful night of fun, food, and good company. Our reporter, Roxana Paul, tells us more.
Hundreds came out to celebrate the 32nd Honda Evening Under the Stars Gourmet Food and Wine Tasting Festival and to give back to the community.
It's been since 2006 that Torrance Memorial has been the beneficiary, and so we're very fortunate that they've looked at us and said this is important to support.
The proceeds from the event will support the new neonatal intensive care unit, which includes 25 private rooms, and the new pediatric unit, which will open in October.
To be able to have the money from tonight go to benefit that, plus that new neonatal unit, is going to be a special time for us.
Kenny G, Grammy Award-winning saxophonist, returned to perform at the festival.
It's a wonderful thing that you guys do here at Honda for the local community, and it's a chance for all of you local vendors.
Jerry Schwartz, director of the neonatal unit, says he has the best job in the world. And every time they save a baby's life, it's a special moment.
We subliminally come to the hospital and walk around on eggshells. But when you're working in a newborn intensive care unit, all heck could break loose at any moment, and the fact is, it always does. When the intense situation is done, I'll often just sit in a corner, have tears in my eyes, be so grateful for what our whole team is able to do together.
Red Car Brewery has participated for the past 17 years.
It's such a great cause, and the charity, there's always so many great things as far as giving back. In the medical community, we're so blessed to have the amazing hospitals that we have in our city, so whenever they call us, we're always here.
Eric Wedin and his team has been working to put everything together since early spring.
It's just such a wonderful sense of friendship, between the local residents and the business community. Hearing a great concert from Kenny G is great, but really just supporting Torrance Memorial Medical Center, because having good hospitals and good health care in the community is really important.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Roxana Paul.
Thanks, Roxana. The event will return next year for the 33rd year. And Roxana has another story about a group based in Torrance that gathered to recognize its members and to honor one of their own.
When Day is Done by Alfred Hagen.
Alfred Hagen is seeing his hard work pay off. Hagen has been painting for the past 14 years in oil and watercolor. He was awarded not only a first prize in Mini Masterpiece category, but also honorable mention at the recent Artists Guild Art Show.
It's warm and cuddly. It means somebody looked at my work and found the same thing in it that I saw in the subject that caused me to take the time and effort to paint it.
Born in England, Hagen painted Granny's Window, which received first prize in Mini Masterpiece, as a remembrance of his grandmother and his childhood.
England is a dull, dark, cloudy place most of the time, and so having a table by a window is almost a necessity.
His inspiration comes every day from everywhere.
People tell me, oh, I've got to go to France to find something to paint. That's off my porch in Torrance. So you don't have to do that. You just have to capture a moment in time that holds the switch.
44 artists from Torrance and South Bay met at the South Bay Lexus Center to display their work and receive awards. Karen E., a member of the group who lost her battle with cancer, was honored through an award who carries her name.
And the painting that you see here depicts that vulnerability where she's a bit uncertain.
Suzanne Cuscamet, vice president of the Torrance Artists Guild, has been painting for over 20 years.
I feel really good when people are inspired by my art, and my goal with my art is to project a feeling of serenity and peace.
Cuscamet encourages people to participate in the program and learn from local artists.
Anyone who has the skill and interest is never bored. Their whole life is laid out for them. And, they can always turn to their art and just get lost in it.
For Hagen, painting is fun and a nice relaxation. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Roxana Powell.
Thank you, Roxana. If you would like more information about the Artist Guild Art Show, you can visit torranceartistguild.org. A historic donut store has plans to bring their sweet treats to Torrance. Since 1962, the Inglewood landmark, Randy's Donuts, has been a destination, and now there are plans for the company to expand. An official from Randy's says they plan to come to Torrance by late 2019. They are opening an El Segundo location on September 10th as well. It's said at this location they will have more than 60 freshly made donuts and will be testing a new donut sandwich that will have sausage, eggs, hash browns, and American cheese. For more information, stay up to date at randysdonuts.com. And there's a new place in town where you can practice your golfing skills. Torrance is now home to Precision Golf Center, an indoor golf facility on Hawthorne Boulevard. They opened just a few weeks ago and have plans for a grand opening during the first week of September. The facility focuses on game improvement and player development. There are 4 fully set-up bays with state-of-the-art simulators, and they offer a variety of golf courses where people can practice. The systems have ball and club tracking using high-resolution cameras, as well as play recording that allows the player to review their shots while identifying areas of strength and improvements. You can find more information at PrecisionGolfCenters.com, where you can also book a tee time. A seasonal pop-up retailer is already open and ready for business to help customers get a head start on their Halloween shopping. Considered the largest and one of the most diverse Halloween stores in the nation, Spirit Halloween is officially open for the spooky season. In Torrance, the store has returned each season for more than 30 years now and has more than 1,300 stores across the country. They sell a selection of costumes, masks, wigs, accessories, makeup, and decorations. They have accessories and apparel for kids, adults, and groups. The spooky holiday is about 2 months away. You can stop by during business hours at the Torrance Crossroads, located at 24333 Crenshaw Boulevard. Business owners in the field of manufacturing will now have the chance to inspire future generations. California's manufacturing network is encouraging manufacturers to open its doors to students on National Manufacturing Day that takes place on Friday, October 5th. The day is a celebration of modern manufacturing to inspire the next generation of manufacturers. It addresses common misconceptions about the industry and hopes to get more young people interested in this kind of work, which currently has a shortage in skilled laborers. The city's Economic Development Department is working with the Torrance Unified School District and encouraging local businesses in this field to participate. If you would like to host an event for students in the Torrance area, email sbrand@cmtc.com. The City of Torrance welcomes a top-ranked cancer care facility to the region. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held at the new City of Hope South Bay facility. The state-of-the-art center is 25,000 square feet and occupies 2 floors of a newly constructed medical office building owned by Providence Little Company of Mary. Together, the facilities will collaborate to advance cancer care by working in alignment to bring the latest diagnostics, treatments, and clinical trials. The facility offers top-notch surgical, radiation, and medical oncology with 20 exam rooms, infusion areas for chemotherapy patients, and 3 procedure rooms. The Cancer Center will also have a positive image center, which provides a safe, reassuring space for patients to learn how to minimize the cosmetic side effects of treatment through consultations with oncology-trained licensed cosmetologists. And this is the first positive image center outside of its main campus in Duarte.
I think this is an amazing addition to the South Bay. City of Hope has been an icon in terms of cancer treatment for 100 years, and now we have the ability in the South Bay to be able to provide the same care that patients will receive in Duarte here, closer to home for many of our South Bay patients and families.
It's comprehensive in the sense that every facet of your treatment, every doctor, every nurse, they're all talking to each other. They all know about your case. So you're not being put in one office and no one knows what's going on. It's all comprehensive.
City of Hope was recently listed as one of the nation's best hospitals for cancer for the 12th consecutive year by U.S. News and World Report. City of Hope continues to expand with 30 locations throughout Southern California, and its newest center can be found at 5215 Torrance Boulevard at the intersection of Torrance and Palos Verdes Boulevards. A fitness center is celebrating its opening and is helping people lose weight with technology. Torrance CitiCABLE reporter Abby Gremion has the story.
The grand opening of Rev Life here in Torrance is more than just a gym. It's integrating technology into health and wellness and beyond. At first glance, Rev-A-Life has a cool, chic aesthetic and that new gym smell, but if you look closer, you'll see the difference.
We have 3 components to our gym. We have the open gym. All of our machines have tracking, tracks all your workouts, which in turn gets uploaded into our own app. We have group fitness, which includes strength machines as well, similar to Orange Theory, but a hybrid of that. And then also we have the comprehensive weight loss component to the gyms.
Most gyms offer some sort of weight loss component, but Rev-A-Life's focus is on integrative medicine.
The demographics tell us that in this area there is a heavy influx of people on diabetes, and that we're going to try and work those people and get them healthier. We have our own line of nutrition, similar to Lindora.
But what sets this gym apart from all others is its focus on technology and accountability.
They wanted a comprehensive solution where you can actually track from the cardio machines to the strength machines. That's never been done before.
And if exercise is the doctor's order, you can go to this gym and your doctor can see your progress.
They've been asking for that, and it just hasn't been done in a seamless way yet. It's all about data and what you do with the data. It helps the member track their information, but you can also direct that information to your healthcare provider.
And that emphasis on technology is what makes it appealing to new members.
I think it just fits in with everything that in society we're doing. Everything's driven through our apps, everything's driven through our phones, and we're very data-minded. I think as a society we're really getting there. So I think this fits along that mindset of just having data at your fingertips and be able to really track your results.
But it's more than just the phrase. There's an app for that.
And some of the technology itself, how you add the weight, is all by pressure based. Like, it's very cutting edge. So something like this that's smaller, that I think I could just jump in there, quickly get a workout, and also kind of track my results would be very appealing to me.
So with everything from tracking, equipment, nutrition, and even food, Revelife is blazing a new trail in the business of health and wellness. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Abby Grimion.
Thanks, Abby. For more information on the RevLife Gym, you can visit their website at revlife.com. Well, here are some upcoming events you won't want to miss. Torrance South Bay YMCA is giving parents a break on Saturday, September 8th from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. Kids can enjoy games, the rock wall, snacks, a movie, and more. Open to ages from 4 to 12 years old. Register online. Then you can help fundraise for the Torrance Rosebud Association on Tuesday, September 11th. Lazy Dog Cafe is hosting a fundraiser. You can stop by and a percentage of your bill will go towards the organization. And the City of Torrance is hosting its annual Beach Cleanup Day at Torrance Beach. Coastal Cleanup has helped pick up tons of trash in the past years. The event takes place on Saturday, September 15th. For more information, contact Leslie Cortez at the city. The number is 310-618-5864. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.